Hello, I'm Kevin Espone, and this is episode 36 of Backcap, with highlights taken from casts from Team Fortress TV. This episode will cover everything from July 16th to the 23rd. We've got some great North American highlights for you this week. ESEA weeks 7 and 8 kicked off with Bird Noises versus ChampGG, followed by Froyotech versus Froyotech Black to round out the week. This week was one of many announcements, as teams were announced for Ozfortress Season 16 Premiership, Froyotech announced their fundraiser for i58, and RONIN players, unfortunately, announced that their team would not be attending i58. We also did some digging in the FaceIt Discord and have information regarding the platform's upcoming release. Crown's eSports clubs parted ways with their TF2 team, and Viewmodels could be saved as Valve updates us on what's going on. Now, let's check out these Australian teams. The Premier Division of Ozfortress will feature 8 teams, 4 of which were maintained from Season 15, while the other half were invited. Jasmine T, Team Time, Cooking with Coolio, and Xenophobia Phobia are returning rosters. The premier newcomers are Nature Walk, No Safe Word, Technical Difficulties, and Superhose. Also an update on Jasmine T, they will be competing at i58 after reaching the minimum financial goal on their fundraiser. However, donations are still useful, as Indiegogo will take a cut of the donations if the original goal of $6,300 is not met. So please help them out if you have any extra cash. We won't hit you with all the money talk at once, so let's jump into the highlights with ChampGG versus Bird Noises, as the teams battled it out to keep their playoff hopes alive.
In lobby, Purple Penguin actually forcing the Uber out of Trainer, or excuse me, Sky. Muffins is trying to make something happen with this Uber, and they might get overextended here if, as the Uber fades, they're trying to get some damage onto Trainer. Trainer sitting at full health. Zakusa hits a nice shot onto Ball. Muffins still in super deep with Sesko. Can they take down Trainer? Oh my god, Trainer is so low. Trainer actually gets his Uber and is just dancing around on the point. Trainer, somehow living throughout all of this. Can AK make this happen? I'm not going to be too hopeful here, as Muffins is still alive. This guy has been on fire so far this game, shooting away at Trainer as Purple Penguin goes down. He taps the point. Muffins taking things into his own hands. Deathy and Muffins just carrying their team that full round there.
Yeah, Muffins.
Right spawn area of 8K, and he's just waiting. I think they're going to be sending Boomer in while he uncloaks, and here comes Purple Penguin. He takes down the sentry gun clean. So here he comes and takes down Sky. It even distracted me. Oh my god, what a play from Bird Noises as a team, distracting for Corsa, and here they come. They should definitely convert this round. They're not getting any frags with their Uber here, but they have so much positioning here. They actually lose Corsa in the process. So many players in AK hurt. They do finally get Jarrett down. They're trying to cap this point off. Rakuso doing so much damage on this point. Sky back off. Oh my god, are they actually going to be able to defend this? There's no way. Wow, Bird Noises.
That's huge. But it actually, because of switching up the backside here, Trainer does actually have a small Uber advantage. But Bird Noise is kind of trying to make space in here. It looks like AK is willing to give it to them. I think
45 seconds left in the game. Van is capping the point off with his team. They need to push right now. Sky is going to have her Uber by the time Trainer gets to his team. Trainer getting his Uber as well. It looks like they're going to be pushing this top left area. They have 30 seconds left in the game here. Here comes Corsa. Here comes Ball. Can they force Uber out of the Sky? They do. They're backing off, and they're looking to re-push this. Time is ticking. They have 25 seconds left. Purple Penguin goes down. Rakuso goes down. Both roamers are exchanged. Corsa gets taken down. Can Bird Noises pull this out? A great arrow from Trainer, but to no avail. Saigai sticking off the point. They're getting so much time on the point here.
Oh, but
the focus fire. Can Saigai do it? Oh my god. Muffins, Van.
Oh god.
Oh my god.
No!
Trainer, he juggled.
And it's gonna be AK. Can Penguin come in?
No
Oh
way!
my
Bird
god!
Noises got the run! Going to overtime! Are you kidding me? Bird Noises! Are you fucking kidding me? What the hell? That was the most ridiculous series of events I've ever seen in regular season TF2. Holy shit. AK through Cafe, they're walking through, they're trying to avoid as much spam as they possibly can, and Saigai and Ball are just spamming the crap out of that area, doing a fair amount of damage to Sky and Jarrett.
And Train's gonna get this Uber, and Muffins is in trouble now.
Yeah,
oh
here they come. They're not getting anything done right here. So much.
Oh my god!
Whoa! Is that over? Is it over for AK?
Oh,
here they
no.
come.
Sesko's
What? Great focus fire from Saigai and Ball there. Holy crap, they went from full health to nothing immediately.
We're right. Zezko trying to make some space, but he's actually in a bit of trouble here, Van. Yeah, actually, Saiga's gonna find that frag.
Muffin's
Here
getting in
comes the Uber.
super clean. Hits a nice shot onto Trainer, and Trainer getting forced with a
If
sliver
Sky
of
gets
health.
juggled in here lower, and it looks like that's happening. Oh gosh, she's able to make her way out. No, but falls on her.
She goes down,
God,
and
this is the game.
Rakusa's the last player alive. Bird Noises with a fantastic comeback. Unbelievable game from Bird Noises, keeping their season alive.
Oh my god.
Sunshine was a battleground for a very back-and-forth first half, which ended with ChampGG up 2-1. ChampGG pushed their lead to 3-1 before Bird Noises mounted their comeback, tying up the game with a literal last-second cap by Purple Penguin. The Golden Cap was just as tense as the rest of the match, but creative spy play and team synergy from Bird Noises earned them the victory. Froyotech gave the community some insight into the circumstances surrounding the acquisition of Soldier legend Tyler TLR Morgan when they announced the team's fundraiser for i58. Blaze was unfortunately not able to make the trip to Birmingham, so Banny coaxed TLR out of retirement and moved Patty to Romer. Froyotech are looking to raise $6,000 to fund the trip to defend their title as world champions. The team is selling merch and will be accepting item donations through scrap.tf, along with the traditional PayPal fundraiser. Unfortunately, this announcement came with the news that Ronin will not be attending i58. Rando explained that 2 players had real-life obligations, which left the remainder of the team unwilling to commit. Shrugger elaborated, saying that the team would be unhappy to play in such circumstances, since it would require the team to seek substitutes, and thus it wouldn't allow them to play at their best. Check out the description to find out how you can contribute to sending Jasmine T or Froyotech to i58 through the fundraiser. In our next highlight, Froyo took on their sister team, Froyo Black.
Baby Door trying to hit the wrap onto Froyo Black. They saw them upper, and they could catch him here. The Sentry is up for Sizer. It's only a level 1, but Froyo's finding so many good frags here. Sentry is down, and with the point cap, I think
Habib just annihilated Banny, and it's probably to no avail. Actually, Blank and Slemnish and Sizer are doing their parts as well. Can they finish off Tyler before? Oh my god! Tyler with the 180, 100 damage meat shot onto Sizer to win the round. Oh my god. Take a seat, said Tyler, and Sizer took that seat. Happened because Habib is going to get another sticky trap onto Muma.
I don't know how that worked out, but yeah, Froyo Black finally getting into a choke, popping their Uber. But Manny, I don't know how he found Habib there. I think Habib was bombing in.
And here comes the crit
counter.
streak. Oh my god, Tyler doesn't get the rocket crits air shot, but takes down Slemish anyway. And wow, a huge overextension from Froyo Black and just getting mulched from that crit streak that they knew about.
Froyo Black was able to trade blows with Froyotech, with Assassin playing exceptionally well. This gave Froyo Black the lead 3-2 going into the half. Froyotech were able to adapt and adjust and won 3 consecutive rounds in the second half to take the game 5-3. After this week's games, the top 3 playoff spots are sewn up, with Froyotech on top, followed by Ronin and Froyotech Black. 4th place is currently in the hands of Bird Noises, but EVL Gaming can still take the spot away from them. Unfortunately for 8K fans, ChampGG is out of the running for playoffs after losing to Bird Noises and Froyotech. The race is not over yet, so make sure to tune in to all the remaining invite matches to see which teams will clinch the playoff spot. FaceIt Mikey answered questions regarding the full rollout of FaceIt to North America after the EU beta. Currently, they are waiting for the stats system to be up and running on the website, with a projected finish date of, quote, sometime this week. Once the stats system is online, a launch date will be scheduled, so keep an eye out for it, as this could be a great opportunity for TF2. Unfortunate news is coming out of Europe as Crown's eSport Club have parted ways with their TF2 team, citing inconsistent performance and disappointing results. It's not all doom and gloom though, as the club manager Broiler made a statement on TFTV making it clear that the organization is not done sponsoring TF2 teams, but will look to sponsor another team. Valve made community contact for the second time over recent weeks with a blog post which addressed some of the issues which the community had brought up about the matchmaking update. The first portion of this post recapped what had already been changed, but the latter portion covered issues that they are currently working on. They proposed to give abandoners harsher punishments and longer ban times, and an automated system will be put into place to prevent griefers with a large number of reports from queuing up. On Reddit, Joe responded to a comment inquiring about the lack of information regarding the fix to the ranking system. Jill stated that the ranking system is on the team's short list of things to fix, but since they had no concrete ideas or plans, it was left off the blog post. We also got an inside look into some additional changes via the inaugural episode of TF2 eSports podcast, where Banny revealed that Valve is supposedly going to raise the Viewmodel FOV sliders from 54 to 70, and that they had Viewmodel FOV locked at such a low value because anything higher produced issues with the animations. While their promised changes may not be exactly what everybody wants, it's more important to encourage the TF2 team to communicate with us. With communication, we as a community can help the slow grind with all of these bugs, so don't worry. That was a pretty news-heavy episode, but never fear. Highlights from ETF2L Grand Finals and the return of Ozfortress matches will soon be upon us. Remember to follow us on Twitter at Backcap Team. Once again, I'm Kevin Pone, and thank you for watching another episode of Backcap, produced by Shaunik.